Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zooming into Scripture. So, today I will be addressing an extremely common argument that is presented by those who reject the deity of Jesus, specifically by claiming that Jesus himself didn't see himself as such. So, in this video, I'm going to be looking at Jesus' claims about himself. The New Testament is full of references to Jesus' divinity, so if you like this video, I will go into the subject even more in future videos. But for the sake of time, this video will only be looking at what Jesus claims about himself, as opposed to what his actions say, what his followers said, and so on. Without wasting any more time, let's get in and zoom into the relevant passages, pun intended. Alright, let's start with one of my personal favorites, John chapter 8, verse 58, where Jesus states, "Very truly I tell you," Jesus answered, "before Abraham was born, I am." At this, they picked up stones to stone him, but Jesus hid himself, slipping away from the temple grounds. Now, this is very significant for multiple reasons. First and foremost is Jesus' declaration, "I am," which is an extremely obvious reference to Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 through 14, which reads, "Moses said to God, 'Suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? What shall I tell them?' God said to Moses, 'I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you.'" The Jews instantly recognized the significance of this, which is why they picked up stones to stone him, as the Mosaic law commanded in Leviticus 24, verse 16. Another example can be found in John chapter 10, verse 30 through 33, where Jesus says, "I and the Father are one." Again, his Jewish opponents picked up stones to stone him, but Jesus said to them, "I have shown you many good works from the Father. For which of these do you stone me?" "We are not stoning you for any good work," they replied, "but for blasphemy, because you, a mere man, claim to be God." The reaction given by the Jews leave no doubt that this is yet another instance of Jesus claiming to be God, being one in nature and essence to the Father. The next example comes from Mark chapter 14, verse 61 through 64. But Jesus remained silent and gave no answer. Again the high priest asked him, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One?" "I am," said Jesus. "And you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven." The high priest tore his clothes. "Why do we need any more witnesses?" he asked. "You have heard the blasphemy. What do you think?" They all condemned him as worthy of death. Now, this takes some context to understand, so let's get into it. You may be wondering why the priest reacted so strongly to Jesus' reply. Is it because he claimed to be the Messiah? This is extremely unlikely, as most Jews expected the Messiah to be a mere mortal, and this wouldn't be blasphemous to claim. So something else is going on with Jesus' reply. To find the answer, we need to go back to the book of Daniel, as this is a reference to Daniel's prophetic vision. "In my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like a son of man, coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence. He was given authority, glory, and sovereign power. All nations, all peoples of every language worshipped him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed." GodQuestions.org says this about this: "The Son of Man has a dominion that is everlasting and will not pass away." One immediately wonders, what kind of person has a dominion that is everlasting? What kind of person is given a kingdom and will have all men serve him? The high priest, who immediately recognized Jesus' claim to divinity, tore his robe and declared Jesus guilty of blasphemy. End quote. This is a good time to bring in a very important point that a lot of us today forget: cultural context. When we read the Bible today, we read it through a 21st century mind. Now, I'm not going to go into this too much, but I want to bring it up as it is relevant. And I'll have a video from an amazing YouTube channel called Inspiring Philosophy that covers this topic in depth, link below, so you can go check it out after watching this video. But for this video, this article on CatholicAnswers.com should clarify this point. Nevertheless, people have struggled to find places where Jesus himself claims to be divine. If you're looking for a passage in scripture where Jesus says, "Hey everyone, I'm God," you're not going to find it. Jesus does make such a claim several times, but it's not easy for us to see today because we are not familiar with the first century Jewish context he draws upon. And since these claims are somewhat veiled to our eyes, people can reinterpret Jesus' word to explain away his divine self-reference. While such words can be explained away, Jesus' audience's reaction to his words isn't so easy to dismiss. Unless your view of the ancient world comes from Monty Python, people didn't carry stones in their pockets, just itching to stone someone. The charge of blasphemy was serious, and stoning was against Roman law. Therefore, the reaction of Jesus' original hearers provides a solid indicator as to whether he claimed to be divine. So in conclusion, Jesus clearly saw himself as God as shown. Not only that, those who opposed him recognized this plainly, and it's easy to see from their reaction. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, there are many more references to Jesus' divinity in the New Testament. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see another video where I go even further into the subject, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know down below if that is a video you'd want to see, because I would love to make it. So that's going to wrap up this video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.